Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is the president of Trajan Wealth. It's a unique wealth management firm headquartered in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'd like you to meet him now. His name is Jeff Jr. Jeff, nice to have you with us.
Thank you, Doug. Nice to meet you.
You are welcome. Before we begin this interview in depth, I want to point out a little while ago you had a chance to answer some questions from William Shatner.
Yep.
Let's take a look at a brief portion of that and see how it went, okay?
Sure.
Watch this.
I know you've been successful in your business, but what I would like to hear is just a brief capsule of exactly what it is you do and who do you do it for, and how do you see this helping America to move forward?
Well, Mr. Shatner, when you're at the point of retirement, the last thing that you want to worry about is running out of money or even taking substantial risk with your money. What we do is work with people creating a customized financial plan that will generate income for the rest of their lives, allowing them to enjoy their retirement and have peace of mind. And that, Mr. Shatner, is how Trajan Wealth is helping America move forward.
You know, that's really fascinating. Why is it people, it seems that when they're getting near retirement, are so afraid of running out of money? It's pretty universal, isn't it?
Well, it's very universal. I'd have to say a lot of people realize that they didn't do the best of job saving, and if they even did a good job saving, they're very money conscious, and the last thing that they want to do when they have their money working for them is run out.
So they come to someone like you. What's the age, the typical age when you first see a client?
Typically our age range is about 50 and above. People who have accumulated a certain amount of assets and they're looking to retain their principal and not jeopardize it.
I mean, it would seem to me it'd be great if somebody came to you at the age of 30 and you could guide them on what to do at that point. They don't normally do that, do they?
No, absolutely. They generally come about the age of 50 when they've accumulated some assets, because when they're working in their 30s, they're so busy with their day-to-day lives that they just put it in their 401k, and then when they finally get close to retirement, then they'll realize that, hey, they need a professional to look after their assets.
So what happens? When they come to you, what do you do?
Well, our first appointment process is a 60-minute or less appointment process, and we just sit in the office. We get to know one another. They get to know us. We get to know them. It's not only an interview for them to make sure that they like us, but it's also an interview for us. We ask them to bring all their statements, all their financial information, and make sure that we're able to put together a plan for them. As far as the next appointment process, it's generally a 2 to a 3-step appointment process thereafter, where we'll deliver a customized plan to help them meet their goals.
And so you really kind of predict what the future holds for them. I want to point out something. You're licensed as a fiduciary.
That's right.
Why is that so important? And what really is that, for those who don't know?
Well, there's 2 different ways that you can work in the financial planning business. You can either be a broker or you can be a fiduciary. As a broker, you're licensed to sell product for a commission. Now, I don't begrudge anyone for earning a living. We all have to earn a living.
Right.
The problem with the commission side or the broker side is that they can literally pick a product that earns a higher commission over a better product for you. Whereas a fiduciary, we're held to a different standard. And what a fiduciary standard is with our experience, our knowledge, our research, we have to put together a plan that is best for you. The broker is held to what's called a suitability standard, which means they just have to recommend a product that's suitable for you. Whereas on the fiduciary side, we have to have and encompass due diligence showing that we put together the best plan for you given your set of criteria and what you're looking for.
But as a wealth management firm, you do arrange, you can buy stocks for them and issues of that nature. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. And we only use no-load type investments.
Right.
And that way the fee and the costs are completely transparent. You'll know exactly what you're getting and exactly what you're paying for.
You also deal with asset management and annuities, 2 big issues.
That's correct. Yep.
Explain to me the annuity issue. You know, a lot of people don't understand what an annuity is.
Sure, really. A lot of people don't understand what an annuity is, and that's part of our practice is an annuity. And what an annuity is, it's designed for people who aren't comfortable exposing their assets to market risk, or they're looking for a guaranteed income. So the income is going to be derived from the insurance company that's backing the annuity, and it's going to be on a guaranteed basis, which pays out essentially the rest of their lives. So it's designed for somebody who's looking for more guarantees, but somebody who wants income in their retirement.
And those are almost all dealing with insurance companies? Is that the way?
All annuities are offered by insurance companies,
all.
and that's who the guarantees are backed by, is that offering insurance company.
And the asset management aspect of your business,
Right.
that covers everything.
That covers everything. Generally, it's stock market-based investments, so we're dealing with common stocks, we're dealing with mutual funds, ETFs, and we use popular custodians such as Charles Schwab and TD Ameritrade to custody assets.
Right.
So they're the professional institution that actually custodies the assets for our clients, and then they use our services to manage the different assets on their platform for a fee.
What are the other key issues I know you deal with clients is the area of Social Security. Now, at the age of 50, they're not dealing with Social Security yet, but you have a lot of clients who reach that age when Social Security becomes part of the picture.
Right.
And that's really key,
Right.
getting some guidance there. Most people think, at the age of 65 or whatever it is, I'm going to take my Social Security. They can get it as early as 62. Tell me why it's good to have advice.
Social Security is very complex. There are literally hundreds of funding strategies that you can take advantage of Social Security. The earliest age that you can file for Social Security is age 62. And a lot of people believe that if they start at age 62, they're insured to get it because they may not live, which may be accurate, but if they wait, every year Social Security grows at 8%. So we not only walk clients through Social Security strategies, but we also have some software that'll help them determine when the best time for them to file Social Security is. The variable component in that whole deal, however, is their age. We don't know when they're going to die. But nonetheless, we help them walk them through when to file Social Security.
You told me it was your father died at 64, was that right?
My father was planning on retiring at age 65, and that's when he was planning on drawing Social Security.
Right.
But unfortunately, he died at age 64.
So what happened in that issue, in that case?
Leaving a $250 death benefit.
Wow. But he had been putting into Social Security all those years. He didn't lose that money. Did it go to your mom?
They were divorced at that time.
Okay.
So, and she was remarried. So no. So the benefit was just completely lost.
Totally lost.
Totally lost.
I guess that's the breaks of life. I
is.
don't know what other way to put it.
That is.
How long does it take you, how typically long do you work with a client? When a client comes into you, do they stay a client, I guess, for years, if it's right and you're working?
It's a lifelong choice for both the client as well as us. I mean, at any given point, they can obviously choose to leave us.
Sure.
They're not locked into anything, but assuming that we do our job, which we work very diligently and hard to do, it's a lifelong commitment for both of us.
And you have a team?
We have a team of complete professionals. I mean, we have our chief CFO, chief financial officer. He has multiple degrees, designations, went to school an awfully long time. But on top of that, he's been in the industry for over 25 years. And before he joined Trajan Wealth, he was managing over $2 billion with another large organization. We have the other financial advisors that are CFPs. We have, right down to our administrative staff. Our administrative staff is very diligent working with our clients. They're going to take care of our clients. They work in the evenings sometimes when needed. They work on the weekends when needed. And we really attempt to deliver all of our clients a value-add service, and it's just as much a relationship as anything else.
Explain to me the fact that you're in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can work with clients all over the country, though, can't you?
Yeah, we certainly can. We're based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. We have an office right in the center of Scottsdale, Arizona, but we're Securities and Exchange Commission registered, so we're SEC registered. So what that means is we have the ability to work with clients across the entire country. And we do have a lot of clients across the entire country. I'd say probably about 30 to 40% of our clients are out-of-staters.
How did a Marine get into this line of work?
Well, I absolutely love this line of work. When I was growing up in high school, my dad was mayor of our town in a small town in northern Wisconsin called Antigo, Wisconsin. And the reason that he became mayor is because he owned a bowling alley there. It was a 10-lane bowling alley, a bar, an arcade. And he became so popular he ran for mayor. But after 8 years of being mayor, after his 2 terms were done, he went into the banking industry. And coincidentally, that's when I was in high school. And I went to work in the bank, and I was a teller. And I absolutely loved working with people, dealing with people. I loved helping them out with their finances. And so it was just kind of a natural progression. And then after I graduated high school, I wasn't quite ready to go into college at that point. Yeah. I was one of those who already knew everything, you know, when I was a young man.
What you mean. Yeah.
And so I joined the Marine Corps. And while I was in, however, I realized very quickly that I didn't know everything, and I went to college. I graduated from Campbell University, which is in Butte Creek, North Carolina. And then I was honorably discharged in '97. 2 weeks thereafter, if you've never been to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, that was my last duty station. You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
They walked, but I left. I moved out to Arizona, and I started in this beautiful business we call financial planning.
That's a great story. Wills and trusts, you deal with those issues as well?
Yes, additionally, we deal with wills and trusts. Most clients, we really pride ourselves on creating a full package. And what I mean by that, it's not only the asset management and any insurance needs, but it's also trusts, wills, beneficiary deeds, because sometimes you see clients that do a great job saving assets and having assets, but preparing a process to deliver it to their beneficiaries may be falling a little bit short, so we also have that service as well.
I mean, that's an issue a lot of people really don't know much about as well, and they need a lot of guidance there. And when a client passes away, you're there to help, the survivor, whether it be the wife or the husband, to help guide them through what happens for the rest of their life financially.
Absolutely, because it's a very emotional process. I mean, not only did you just deal with somebody who just died that
Right.
you care deeply about, but you are dealing with a bunch of assets that all too often people don't have the knowledge on how to deal with that on. So we help them through every process.
So it doesn't really matter then where they are or the age range that the clients are. You really can help them at virtually any point. It's interesting, I've heard so many people in your field say they don't get clients who come to them until they're like 65, some of them going on to 70. And
That's
that
right.
happens as well, doesn't it?
That happens as well, and oftentimes what we see, or what I see often, is that people who wait until they're 70 to 75 to come to us,
Yep.
it's not because they did a poor job saving, it's because maybe they have been managing it so well themselves, and they may not trust in their own faculties to continue managing it themselves, or they want to create some kind of legacy plan to pass it along to their beneficiaries and introduce that relationship before they pass.
So even at that age, it's not too late to be of help.
It's never too late.
That's a good way to put it, never too late. It's been fascinating. Thank you so
has
much.
been.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Doug.
Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Jeff Jr., the president of Trajan Wealth of Scottsdale, Arizona, for the outstanding work his firm is doing to help keep moving America forward. Jeff, congratulations.
Wonderful. Thank you. What a fantastic honor. Just a real quick note, I just want to thank my wife for helping me achieve this. I've been in this business for 20 years, and it wouldn't be possible without my wife, my son, who is now in the Air Force, and our daughter.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Congratulations.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.